Girl, winter is so last season. And now spring's got you looking at pictures of tank tops with hungry eyes. Your algorithm is feeding you cutoffs. You're thirsty for the sun on your shoulders. That perfect hang on the patio sundress. Those sandals you can wear all day and all night. And you've had enough of shopping from your couch. Done hoping it looks anything like the picture when you tear open that envelope? It's time for a little in-person spring treat. It's time for a trip to Ross. Work your magic.
And I'm Rico.
And this is ATC presents Daebak K-Rambles, where a couple of friends review K-dramas. Except I've been watching K-dramas since 2012, and Rico is on his 5th drama.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes. How are you, Rico?
I'm doing pretty well after watching our 5th drama together.
Yeah.
Obviously in separate places, but together nonetheless. I have gotten into the rhythm of how these shows are starting to progress.
Yes.
And I will have thoughts about that when we talk about the show itself.
All right.
But other than that, I'm doing pretty well.
Okay. It's good to hear. I'm actually recording at my parents' house right now because there's like some family issues and I had to come over, and like I'm working from over here and stuff.
Yeah.
So if there's an echo, sorry guys, can't control that too much right now.
And if you don't really hear the echo, it's because I did the work on the back end.
It's because Rico is so amazing on the production, and he EQ'd the crap out of my my feed. Okay. So here's some housekeeping for you guys. If this is your first time listening, go ahead and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and so many more. If you like us, give us a review on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars only. Don't be petty. This goes such a long way for helping us to get seen by other listeners just like you.
And if you want to really follow us, go ahead and check us out on social media to stay on top and stay up to date with all of our latest episodes and reviews. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at ATC Daebak Pod. Lastly, if you're a fan of this show, or maybe of our other show, Always the Critic, please consider becoming a patron. It's a great way for you to get involved and show your support. You can always check us out on our page on the website, patreon.com/alwayscriticpod.
Okay, so today we are reviewing The K2, which is a 2016 show. Rico, would you like to give us the drama list synopsis?
Yes, I would. Kim Ja-ha is a former mercenary soldier known as K2, who suddenly turns into a fugitive when he is wrongfully accused of killing his girlfriend while he is serving in Iraq. He finds his way back to Korea and gets a job as a bodyguard for Choi Yoo-jin, the owner of JSS Security and the wife of Jang Se-jun, who is running for president. Now, there's more to the story.
That's just basically the
that's
most basic
the very
part.
basic part of it. There's other stuff. Like the next thing I would say would be Jae-ha uses his new job to plan his revenge on Park Kwon-soo, the leader of the current ruling party, and Se-jun's rival, whom Jae-ha believes ordered the murder of his girlfriend. So he's being wrongfully accused. He's out for revenge. That is the main plot. Now, when Jae-ha is assigned to guard Go-ana, the reclusive, illegitimate daughter of Se-jun, they begin to develop feelings for each other. Here's the romantic part. But what happens when the person who wants to harm Anna the most is Yoo-jin, Ji-ha's boss and revenge ally? Where will Ji-ha's loyalty lay? This is pretty wild.
It is buck wild.
It's a lot.
Show, yeah, that's basically like episode 1 and 2 of the show.
Yeah, pretty much.
It originally aired from September to November 2016. It's 16 episodes long. It was directed by Kwak Jung-hwan, and he also directed Miss Hammurabi from 2018. There's definitely a review up on the Daebak blog that I did. It's okay. That one's about law and these prosecutors and their lives.
Gotcha.
The K2 was written by Jang Hyuk-rin. He wrote Yongpal, which is a 2015 show that stars Joo-won and Kim Tae-hee. Kim Tae-hee is married to Rain.
Rain.
I don't know if you've been around me when I talk about Rain.
You have mentioned him before.
I can't just say like, oh, Rain. It's like, Rain. Like I have this, I have to say it like that. So she's married to Rain. Anyway, so this show stars Chang-wook as Kim Jae. He has done a bunch of TV. He was in Warrior Baek Dong-soo from 2011, Five Fingers from 2012, Empress Ki, which is a sageuk drama, Healer from 2015, Suspicious Partner in 2017, Love Struck in the City, which is his most recent Netflix show. Suspicious Partner, I did watch that one. And that review is up on the blog if you want to read it. Five Fingers, I remember watching that one. That one's like about a piano prodigy and his brother who are like at odds with each other and they want to one-up each other and be the best pianist. But it's super intense. It's so intense. And I never finished it. It was like 30 episodes. I couldn't finish it.
Oh, that's a lot for this.
It is for a lot for a K-drama. So I have a funny story about Warrior Baek Dong-soo, which is the first time I ever saw this actor, Chang-wook. So Warrior Baek Dong-soo is also a sageuk wuxia type of drama. So basically a historical fight drama or whatever. And he had like the long hair and all that shit. He was the title character, Baek Dong-soo. And I thought that it was more of a romance drama. And so I was all in like, oh yeah, he's going to choose this girl. And in my mind, he was going to choose the second female lead. Just so dumb of me to think. And he never ended up with that girl. And it blew my mind. I was like, wait, this is ending like this? Like it went so hard on like the politics and the revenge and on the fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he also ends up with a girl that I didn't think he had any chemistry with and wasn't going to end up with. And I was shocked. So that was my experience with Warrior Baek Dong-soo. I learned a big lesson on that one. K2 also stars Lim Yoona as Anna. Yoona is from Girls' Generation. Do you know who Girls' Generation is?
I am going to guess that is a K-pop group.
Oh my God. It's one of the OG K-pop groups. It had like a ton of members and she was one of the most popular ones and she's been one of the most successful members of that group. Yoona is a household name.
Got it.
Yeah. She hasn't been in too many things. She's been in 2 outs in the 9th inning.
That sounds like a baseball.
Well, hold on, because I actually saw that one. That's from 2007. She was also in Love Rain, which is, I think, the first time I had ever seen her. That's from 2012. She plays a mother and a daughter who look identical.
Oh.
So it takes place in like 2 different time periods.
And she plays both characters.
Yeah. Which is actually very cool. And then she was also in The King in Love, which is pretty recent from 2017. That's a sageuk. It's a historical drama.
Got
2
it.
outs in the 9th inning. Let's talk about this one for a second because the uncle in this show, played by Lee Jung-jin, he is the main star of that show that Yoona was in, 2 outs in the 9th inning. And that, guys, I cannot recommend it enough. It is amazing.
Interesting.
Yes. So it does have like a main baseball reference, and it's about best friends that fall in love.
Okay.
So if you like, for instance, Fight for My Way with Park Seo-joon, definitely watch this hella dated 2007 show, 2 outs in the 9th inning. So the show K2 also stars Song Yoona as the evil stepmother Choi Yoo-jin. She hasn't been in too much stuff. I've never seen her before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I found that very surprising. And then, of course, it also stars Cho Song-ha as Ayana's dad, Jang Se-jun, in the political presidential hopeful or whatever.
Right.
He is also an extremely well-known actor. He's done a ton of movies, a ton of TV. You can watch him in he's in star-studded casts and movies. He was in Always from 2011, which I saw. That's a Soji sub movie. And it also stars Han Hyo-ju from W. She was the girl from W. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was also in Commitment from 2013, which starred T.O.P. from Big Bang. He was a North Korean spy / assassin. It was amazing. The Suspect from 2013, which stars Gong Yoo from Train to Busan. Of course, you know him from the K-drama world as the Goblin. And, of course, he was also in Time to Hunt from 2020, which is on Netflix. You can watch that. Cho Sung-ah has been in every drama under the sun. This guy, you're just like, oh yeah, it's Anna's dad in the show. Like, boy, he has been in Song Kyung-kwan's Scandal from 2010, which stars Song Joong-ki from Descendants of the Sun. He's in that as well. Not a main character, but he's in that.
But he's, yeah.
Yeah, Innocent Man, which again, Song Joong-ki from Descendants of the Sun is the main star in that. He is the innocent man. Gu Family Book from 2013. That's Lee Seung-gi and Bae Suzy from Miss A. He's in that too. Do you know who Suzy is?
No.
You kind of nodded there, so I thought you knew who she was.
No.
Suzy's a household name. Got it.
No,
okay.
Sorry.
Damn it. Okay. Save Me from 2017. I have to stop here because this is where I know him best from, this K-drama. It's an OCN drama, which means it is hella dark. Like, OCN is a network, like, you know, Fox, TNT,
okay,
whatever.
Sure.
So OCN is a network over there, and all of their dramas are super dark and moody and violent and all that stuff. Okay. So he was in an OCN drama called Save Me. It stars So Ye-ji and Taekyeon from 2 p.m. 2 p.m. So Tech from 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is another K-pop group. OG.
I figured.
So great. And Woo Do-hwan also stars in Save Me. Listen, Cho Sung-ah is a cult leader in Save Me. And I have never been so creeped out as when I saw him in that.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyway, he's been in everything. So I think we're at the point, after all of this intro with the cast and what the show is about, the year it came out, all this crap. What did you think of the K2?
Before we get into that, can I just make a quick comment? And maybe this is me like trying to like figure out how that works. So I kept noticing that so many people that you were mentioning are from K-pop groups. Would you say this is the equivalent of like Disney Channel stars? Where, like, you know, they're in the acting, they're in the shows, like, they have a music career, like that?
In a word, yes.
Okay.
But it's a little more complex than that.
Got it.
So, you know, all these shows that I'm mentioning that are, you know, 6 degrees of separation from the K2 are, a lot of them have idols in them. They're called idols. And, I mean, the reason why idols are in these shows is because they can't be idols forever. They can't sing and dance forever. They do have like a shelf life. And so to get out of that and to diversify, they usually go into acting, or a lot of them try to get into acting. Right. And so the concept of the idol drama is really like that concept of, oh, Zendaya is now in a movie or what have you. Like, it is kind of like that. Mm-hmm. Usually idol dramas are not very good because they don't know how to act.
Right.
Especially the first couple that they do are usually not that good, and they are labeled as idol dramas because the people that are going to come out to see like a light rom-com featuring, you know, XYZ of whatever group are fans of their stuff, their K-pop stuff. Mm-hmm. And so it's like they're cutting their teeth on like low budget dramas, and then they kind of work their way up and get more experience. Does that make sense? So I mean, to me, an idol drama is just any drama that has an idol in it. But technically, idol dramas are like kind of like B-list dramas.
Right. It's like kind of, if you were to compare it to the American side of television, it's like if something was on the CW versus... Right. You know, something that's on NBC. Yes. You know, there's like a quality of acting that's different between those two channels. not to, throw shade at CW, but it is what it is. Most of the time they are going for or freeform, because most of the time they're going after popularity, good looking people, and a lot of the times in those shows they're not very good actors.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, I mean, I like a lot of idol dramas that tend to have like these idols in them, but usually they're on the better quality side, or it's not their first project. She's an older idol, like Yoona.
Yeah.
She's got to be our age,
Got it.
close to 30 or even over 30 by now.
I see.
And same with Tech, like Taecyeon from Save Me is also an older idol. Like he's not really active with 2 p.m. anymore.
Right. Okay.
Actually, I take that back because they're doing a comeback.
Of course they are.
And I just explained to you what a comeback was in the K-pop world, which is huge news because all the members basically do their own thing for a few years and now they're actually coming back. And it is truly a comeback.
Right.
For 2 p.m.
Yeah, because I remember we had that conversation about comebacks and you were telling me that it's like after a couple years, and I was like, that's not really a comeback. But anyway, I digress.
Yeah. But thanks for bringing up the idol drama. This is technically under my rules an idol drama because Yoona's in it.
Because she's in it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. So you asked me my thoughts on the K2.
Yes.
So initially I started out pretty excited because it was an action type of show.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of intrigue about backdoor deals between like political figures. And, and then on top of that, you have the character of Anna, who is like, there's not much known about her. Like she's an escapee. Mm-hmm. And then from there's like intrigue of who is she? Like, where did she come from? What family is she from? Mm-hmm. So a lot of that is very intriguing early on.
Yeah.
But what I found myself as I'm watching the show, I found that as the show progressed, the action kind of like just dulls on me. Like it feels like it gets repetitive, or it feels like it's a little too much action. Like, and for a guy like me, I like action movies. Don't get me wrong, but the thing is that even on a show that is built around action, I'm not expecting that much action the way the K2 delivered, and so it kind of after a while begins to just become like, I wouldn't say dull, but it becomes almost like monotonous. Like, oh, we're gonna get a 5-minute fight scene right here,
Right.
And so it loses its appeal. So like, I was super excited about like this technique they did in the very first episode, and they repeated it several times, so kind of lost its edge. But like, they kind of like do this thing where they're like spinning around the fight scene, and the first time they do it, I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool way of showing the fight. But then they do it in almost every fight, and it loses its appeal.
Yes.
So that's the action part. When it comes to the main story itself, I was having a hard time, like, just like really keeping up with the plot. Not keeping up, sorry, that's the wrong word. Finding like pure interest in the plot.
Yes.
That was my problem. Like,
okay.
Like, I don't mind like the story about, there's these political figures and, the things that they're doing behind the scenes. But I didn't find it that captivating.
Okay.
So
I'm going to jump in here.
Actually. Yeah, go ahead.
So I agree with you. Like, I really enjoyed the action sequences because I love a good action movie too. Hell.
Yeah.
And it was really inventive in that respect. And I did like the camera work that they were doing. I wrote down my favorite fights. And after episode 4, there's not a really great fight until episode 10.
Right.
So to me, that speaks volumes of, they got bogged down in the nitty gritty of this plot and trying to move forward and wasn't really delivering on the action.
Right.
Because there's set pieces that move action. The plot forward.
Right. There's still action, but not like ones that are just entertaining.
It's not like a set piece,
right.
Like episode 1, 3, 4, 10. Like these had set pieces where you're like, oh, damn, remember that fight? That was so sick. Like that wasn't happening for large swaths of the show. Like, and that was really frustrating to me. I would say that the show also, like towards the middle and end, like getting up to the final like end game, they definitely scaled back on like Jaeha and Anna's like airtime. And that really bothered me because I'm in it for Jaeha and Anna.
Right. And
Yeah.
I totally understand. And I think what happens there is that the love story suffers. Because by the end of it, I'm thinking, I'm not saying that I don't buy them, but it's not as engaging. If I would have gotten more things throughout the show to really like, I want them to be together, but it didn't really, settle in very well because they're like so bogged down with other things.
They were like the side characters were getting all this time on screen. And I'm like, why am I watching like Eugen's like posse and all of these people under her command and the uncle and his mom and his in-laws? Like, where the hell is Jaeha? Like, what is he doing during all this time?
He's like off screen for a while.
Exactly. So I felt like this is his show, so he should be in the bulk of every episode. But, episode 10, 11, 12, like around there, the middle part of the show was just bogged down in like trying to make the stakes get higher by like changing allegiances on either side. And that didn't work for me.
No, it doesn't.
It didn't work for me at all. So you mentioned the love story. So let's go ahead and talk about the love story. So every love story, as you can see, has some sort of history. They're not just thrown together and they meet and they like are fall in love right away. In episode 1, they meet and then time jump, he sees her again, essentially. Right. So they do have this history before. Right.
She was an escapee out of a convent and they crossed paths.
Right.
Early on.
Yes. So I generally thought Yoona's acting wasn't that great.
Okay. I'm not alone. Thank God.
No. I was like, Yoona, like, bring it, girl. Like, he is such a good actor. Chang-wook is so fine. Let me just put this out there right now. This man is so beautiful.
He is.
Good looking man, super cut. And like, Yoona is just like a blubbering mess. Like, really... And those were the best parts, was when she was like actually...
Right. Those are the best parts because most of the time she's very flat and dull.
Yes.
With her like line delivery.
She felt very much like a damsel in distress to me, which also bothered me. May not be necessarily Yoona's performance, but the way she was written.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh, this is so annoying that like she can't even take care of herself in the slightest. I mean, she gets a phone at some point. They don't dwell on this, but like she gets a phone at some point. They don't cover like how she actually knows how to handle a phone, like a cell phone. I was like, this bitch has been in a convent in Spain for like a decade. And how is she suddenly she gets a phone and there's no like... I feel like that's a thing,
That would be a thing.
Anybody now gets a new phone, they spend like days learning all the features and like figuring it out.
There's still moments with my new phone that I'm like, oh, I didn't know I could do this.
Yeah, so I'm like, she was like locked away. What? She's okay with technology? So that kind, like little things like that were very frustrating for me. So Yoona, I think that she wasn't selling the love story as much as Chang-wook was.
I will go as far as to say that, what's his name? Ji Chang-wook had more chemistry with Song Yoona
Stop.
than with Lim Yoona.
Oh, okay. So I feel the
there
same
was
way.
Tension.
And I don't look. So let's talk about the sexual tension between Jaeha and Yoojin, those two characters. It was very unnerving to me. I did not want to watch it. The way they were looking at each other and like the vibe between them, there was like electricity in the air.
I know. And I was like, Why couldn't this be the story?
No. Oh
Why
my
couldn't
God.
this be the love story?
Bite your tongue. How dare you?
Yeah, like I honestly
God.
think like the Anna character, like if you rewrite the show, like you don't need the Anna character in the show. You could just make it about him being a bodyguard. Like basically, this is kind of like a ripoff of the movie The Bodyguard in a way.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean,
And so,
in a sense.
if you're gonna do that, might as well just go all the way and have him fall in love with the person he actually has the chemistry with.
No, stop.
The tension
stop.
is there. It is
Quit.
there. It's palpable.
Chill. So
You just have a
Thank you.
problem with the age difference there.
I do. I hate age differences. Large age gaps
Oh.
bother me to no end.
Oh, I just want to talk about that one thing. But anyway, keep going.
What one thing?
No, that we had
Where are you
that
going?
conversation. We had that conversation about a movie that we saw
Yeah.
featuring Pierce Brosnan. And you were like, were they trying to insinuate like he could get with this young, or with Jamie Chung's character? And I was like, of course they were. Like, it's obvious that he could still get it. And you were like freaking out.
Absolutely not. Like, I fail to see how Pierce Brosnan is like attractive like that. That he's
Ooh,
like
I don't
bagging
know.
young
Ooh.
ladies.
Oof.
And you
Yeah,
were like, listen, there's a whole sect of women out there who like are
They're like
throwing themselves at
25.
older men.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are attracted to men as old as their father.
Yeah.
And you were like, Pierce Brosnan is still pulling.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Head
no.
dancing. Yeah.
You said Sean Connery when he had hair, and I was like, get out of town.
Sean Connery, late 80s,
No.
early 90s. Yes,
Get
for
out.
sure.
Get Okay, so let's go back to
So let's
this.
keep going with the show.
So, like, yeah, let's.
That is my contribution.
Table
that.
that.
I think that this show would have worked better if the love story was between him and the person he's guarding, which
shaking my
was Song Yoon.
But he was guarding Yoona.
Yeah, that's true, but it
Anna,
wasn't
sorry.
working there.
So, episode 3, like, it was too much for me. That was the beginning of the weird sexual tension between them. This is the car chase scene, and they crash, and the
Right.
car's like about to blow up. So she opens her eyes, and she's in his arms, and she's like so moved and attracted to this man that's carrying her away from the car wreckage at risk to his own life.
I have another example, much more subtle, but still it's palpable. It's the moment where she's walking. I can't remember what episode it is. She's walking, but with her head down, and like he's behind her, and he like tells her, stand up straight. Your enemies are looking at you.
Yes.
But the way he says it, and the way like he's like behind her and like saying it, there's the electricity's there. It is.
Okay. So we'll
moving on.
table this for after spoilers to talk more in depth about this. But oh God, I can't with you, Rico. What were the best parts of the show for you?
Okay. Best parts of the show. I think for the most part, the action is really well done.
Okay.
I think for the most part, I love our main character, G-Hop. He is a good equivalent to a like Jason Bourne type of
I
character.
knew you were going to say Jason Bourne.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. But with better action like skills, even
Yeah.
better than Bourne.
Yeah.
But when he's not fighting, there's still like that, you're still captivated. He's a charismatic guy that you're like, yeah, I'm totally down to see what he gets into next. So
Yeah.
For me, he's one of the best aspects of the show. I really enjoy a lot of the action in the show. And then I do enjoy the evil stepmother's character as well. Because there's
Very
just
interesting character.
yeah, it's a very interesting character. There's just enough going on with her. Like she doesn't dominate the story the entire time or anything like that, but she's always lurking, always right around the corner. And everything that she does is just manipulative.
Yeah.
So that I really enjoyed. Those were the best aspects of the show for me.
Okay, so number one, the best aspect of this show, and I have, like I said, I had all my fight sequences that I liked written down by episode. So we have to talk about the naked shower scene.
God, I didn't want to talk about it.
Yes, we are. You kidding me? Of course I was going to bring this up.
God,
So episode 4, maybe a whole series peaked at episode 4 because they had this naked shower fight. Are you
it's
joking?
not just 2 people. It's not just 2 guys. It's one guy taking on like 7.
Yes.
And they're all naked for some reason.
He literally threw soap on the floor and was like, "Come and get me now!" Like,
right, like he had one foot on a towel and like he put soap all over the floor so they would slip.
I was losing my mind because they don't kind of preface it. They're just like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go take a shower," and I'm like, "All right, then we're gonna get a token like shower scene for the fans." Just
right, like
thirsty ass fans.
like a shirtless part above the waist type of thing.
Yes. So that's what I was expecting. Then the chief security guy was like, "Oh, let them fight. If you have if you bring in a new dog into a pack of dogs, what do? You just let them fight and work it out among themselves, like whatever, to establish dominance." And I was like, "Is he saying?" And then they cut to he's in the shower, and I was like, "No. The fight happens." I lost it. I was like on the floor, just like. It was exactly what I wanted, and I didn't know that I wanted this. I was just like, yes, naked men fighting as if their life depended on it. All of this testosterone. Chang-wook, I mean, this boy, I couldn't deal with him. He was, I have no words. He was so beautiful. He's so muscular. He was wearing these like wife beaters with the huge like arm cutouts. It was making me feel things. He was too ripped. He was too ripped for me.
Yeah, you were enjoying it. I was not, because
that was my number one thing that I loved about the show was that scene.
Wow.
And then obviously the character dynamics, of the evil stepmother and Anna and all that shit.
Yeah, no.
Thank you for letting me get all that out.
Yeah, no. I totally understand. Hey, there's moments that are made for you.
Because I didn't realize. Anyway, it's fine.
You weren't ready for it, and when it happened.
I was ready for like a basic thirst trap shower scene.
Right, of course.
And then, no, they had a whole fight sequence in the shower, in the group shower. Oh, God. Anyway. Was there a character that you really connected with?
Yeah, their character. Yeah, both of those 2 characters are the ones that really, really sold me on them.
So we already trashed Yoona for her acting. Was there
right,
anyone
so
else that...
that's probably, in terms of acting, her acting is not great. So so having to try to buy a love story between them was a little tough because,
it was
again...
tough. Yeah.
It's not quite there. When the acting's not quite there, you're trying to... it makes it a little hard to believe what they're saying to each other and what they're trying to deliver.
Yeah, I believed him. I just didn't believe her.
Right, exactly.
So that was
when it comes to people, that's the only one that I thought, she's not great.
She's the weakest link.
But in terms of the show, I think when it gets too bogged down in the political type of stuff, like it starts getting into like, oh, and we need to take this USB drive and take it to like Cloud City. And then I'm like, what the hell's Cloud City? Or Cloud 9, I'm sorry. And, and I'm
we'll
like,
talk about it.
when did this come out? Like, and I didn't remember, like, I was like, I saw this and I don't remember when this happened. When did they introduce this?
Right.
And, so stuff like that, when they get into like minutia things of like, I don't know if this really affects the plot at all type of thing. Yeah. So those 2 things.
So let's talk real quick about the OST before we get into spoilers. What'd you think?
I have decided that I will settle on a 3 out of 5 sojus. The more I talk about it, it was actually lower.
Hold on, I asked you about the OST, but
wow,
let's come back to the OST after your score. So you said how many soju bottles?
3 out of 5.
Okay.
I was teetering on 2.5. Yeah.
You're joking.
No, I'm not.
You're
I was
joking.
teetering on it, but the more I talk about it, the more I was able to find enough to get it up to a 3.
Okay, so I gave it 3.5 soju bottles.
Okay.
Out of 5. Mostly because it had great puzzle pieces. And I liked the production. I love the actors, minus Yoona. And the characters had great arcs and were very intriguing to me to come in and see them try and like work their way out. So yeah, all right. So 2 for you. Sorry, 2.5. No,
2.5.
3. Why
I
am
settled
I
on
thinking
3.
you did 2.5? Okay.
Because I
3
said
for
that
you,
I was
3.5
about
for
to.
me. Yeah, you were. Okay, so OST thoughts.
I think there's a certain theme that would come on during like dramatic moments when something would be revealed.
So the screamo chanting song.
Oh,
Is that what you're referring to?
no, I don't think it's the screamo chanting. No, it's not that one. No, definitely not. Definitely not. No, thank you.
But I can't do screamo. Sorry.
No, but that's not the one I'm talking about. And no, that I was not a fan of that. No,
Okay.
it was more of like a classical OST where like dramatic tension when somebody would say something like revelatory,
Yes.
and then it's like I can't even mimic it right now at the moment, but
It's okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
in terms of OST, it's a fine OST, but I don't know if it's anything that you're like.
It wasn't anything
super
too special.
memorable. Right.
The best song is Today by Kim Bo-young, which I mean, if that's the best song that in comparison to other K-dramas, this isn't the strongest OST.
Right.
But there you
I
have
agree.
it. Yeah. All right. Any other general thoughts before we get into spoilers?
No, I think that is all for my thoughts before we get into spoilers.
All right, guys. If you haven't seen K2 and you still want to be spoiled, stay tuned after this.
Excuse me, 뭐라고?
아이, 괜찮아.
You know, I have no 친구. Oh, sorry.
Swear, disgusting shit.
Okay, so we're gonna talk spoilers for the K2. We did touch a little bit on spoilers in the first half, but
Yeah, we kind of did.
we'll go a little more in depth. So I want to talk about Song Yoona, which is Yoojin, the evil stepmother, that character. So we talked about the bizarre sexual tension between her and Jae-ha.
Not bizarre.
Get out of here. Like, it is bizarre. Because she's like the most evil person in the show.
She is.
For
I
her
can't
to be
deny that.
like for her them to get together, and he's the hero, the Jason Bourne, like it just would never fly. So I'm totally against it. But
Gotta open your mind.
so she had a crazy ass arc. I don't know where to even begin with her. She is essentially exactly like an evil stepmother in the Snow
Yeah.
White fairy tale. She even has her own fortress, the JSS security building.
Yeah,
And
she does.
yeah, and then she named her AI security
What's
what's
it
it called? Mirror. She named it Mirror.
Mirror. Oh my god.
Which again, like mirror, mirror on the wall. She's definitely an evil stepmother. She said it was like herself. And, to give Jae-ha access to Mirror was like a huge deal for her because she was basically giving him access to herself. And I was like, why is this so sexual all of a sudden? You're like, stop nodding your head, like quit. So I thought that their relationship between her and him was interesting because he's constantly spitting truth to her.
Yes.
And cutting her down and making her feel guilty for whatever she's doing. And I thought that was great because usually the hero of the story is not so like eloquent with his words necessarily. So I
Number
thought
one.
that was unique. Like he's a crazy ass fighter, but at the same time, he's like giving these really nice monologues.
And you also don't get that many opportunities of seeing the hero and the villain basically interacting so often. Most of the time, it's like usually a chase, or usually they're not together. There's very few moments where a hero and villain interact as much as these two did.
And they interacted so much. I liked when he said in episode 9, like, think long and hard about why I want to kill Park Kwon-soo. Killing someone for interpreting a top secret conversation and trying to kill a sign maker for his stumbling across a private scene aren't really that different. And it like definitely convicted her, because she's constantly wanting to kill Anna, constantly wanting to kill lesser people for knowing basically nothing, just seeing something they shouldn't have.
Right.
And he's constantly like, why do you think I want to kill this politician? It's for the exact same reason that what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
So that stuff like definitely got to her little faces and stuff. Her lip biting was too much. So I like that they have like the most insightful conversations.
Yes. I do agree with that.
I don't know if you kind of got like how big of a deal, like in episode 10, she is sending him off to kill the political opponent.
Right.
In like a Jason Bourne type of deal. Like he's the assassin in this case.
He's the assassin, exactly.
And she said, she's like so stirred by the possibility of him not coming back, of him dying on the mission. She tells him to come back alive, and she gets really emotional. And she calls him by his name, it's Jaya. But she adds like Jayaha, like the A, like the A at the end.
Yeah.
Which is a personal, like, you only say that intimately. Not intimately, like romantically, although that's also the case. But like if you've known someone for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Or family, then you call them, you add that at the end.
You add the to really signify that this is a personal moment.
Right. So when she did that, I was like, oh my God, this bitch. So I wanted to point that out because I wasn't sure if you would catch that.
I would not have caught in that. Thank you for letting me know that.
Okay.
Though.
So I also want to talk about when he's like, okay, I'll do this mission, but under these conditions. And he goes, firstly, give me her head, and points to her assistant.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that is a man on a mission.
When he pointed at her and was like, give me her head, it was so aggressive and like shocking to me. Were you shocked? I was like,
I wouldn't say shocked, but I was like, oh, bold move, buddy. That's how I treated that.
Okay. So, let me see. Were you surprised on episode 12 when Yujin revealed that Anna's biological dad is Sejun?
Was I shocked?
That she sunk her own battleship, essentially.
Yeah, I was surprised that she was the one that did it herself. Right. I honestly thought that the truth would come out a different way. Either Jiha would uncover it, or, someone else would.
Or Anna would do it herself.
Yeah, or Anna would do it, because there was the threat of that earlier on in the show when she's out in front of, I guess, fans out in front of the house. Yeah. And when she says, my father was, and then there's a really long beat. And then she reveals someone else. So, so I thought that's when it was going to happen, but, they played it off later. But so, yeah, it was surprising that she did it herself.
Mm-hmm. Did you believe Yujin when she kept saying that she didn't kill Anna's mom?
Not really.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah.
So that's actually a big plot point, is that she gets a lot of clout and power by saying that she killed, or letting people believe that she killed Anna's mom, Hye-ring.
Right.
And I kind of wanted her to be the murderer.
It would have been good if that actually did happen. But in a show like this, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like in a show like this, that type of character would never be the one to get their hands dirty. they would always send someone to get the job done.
Yeah, I see that, and then I also was expecting some sort of redemption for her.
Okay.
That's a common theme throughout like every K-drama, is that these like nasty characters always get some sort of redemption, especially if it's like family.
Really?
So I was really hoping that Kylo Ren didn't get redeemed at the end, but she did.
Right. Oh, okay. Got it.
Because she was basically like, my dad, the old chairman, killed her when he found out about the affair, and he didn't like without telling me, without getting my permission or nothing. He just came in and like slaughtered her, and I found out too late. When I arrived on the scene, she was already dying, and I basically just let her die. Didn't call 911, didn't help her, nothing. Just let her die. Even so, she didn't necessarily pull the trigger, but she didn't.
It was a Batman scenario of I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was okay, but I really would have wanted a more definitive, like, she did kill her.
Yeah, because I think like having a character like that who is so has a public image that is so, well defined as a wife, and basically all the common things that you would find in a powerful woman. Mm-hmm. That if you were to throw in this wrench of like, and she's a murderer, like that would have been really cool. But I never saw the show going there.
She was so unmerciful toward Anna, especially.
Yeah.
And she looked at her with such malice throughout the whole of the show that I was like, yeah, she definitely killed her mom, like, for sure. I really like the conversation that she has with Anna while standing at the foot of her mother's grave. This was episode 13.
Oh,
and she's like,
yeah.
Basically, she's like, now you're not Go Anna, you're whatever our last name is, and we're basically going to adopt you for real. You're going to become my daughter. And the best thing for you to do would be to stay quiet and do a long con so that at the end of the day, you inherit everything that I have.
Right.
You inherit JB Group. You inherit what, your dad's stuff and everything. And after all that, the biggest revenge you can do on me would be like tearing it all apart, like bringing it all down.
Bringing it all down.
It's my legacy. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be killing the legacy.
Yeah. And I was like, ooh, shit, she right though. And you know what? That's exactly what happened.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
With
so I really
push of a
appreciated
button.
Yeah, with a push of a button, exactly. All that dirty laundry. So yeah, that was good. Going back to the relationship with Anna and Jeha.
Okay.
So did you like Yoona's slow motion scene of her dancing around with a bag of ramen?
No. No. I was like, what are we doing here?
Episode 4, she comes out and she wants to eat ramen so bad, this poor little girl.
she doesn't know how to turn on the valve.
She doesn't know how to turn on the gas.
Like, he is like looking at the screen like, come on, just look up and turn the valve.
So he does it for her. He like leaves everything out for her. And when she sees it, she's so happy that she starts dancing around the kitchen with a bag of ramen. And they put this serious OST song over it. And they put this like haze, this like angelic effect on her. And like Jeha is just enchanted. He's just enchanted by her. He's so touched. It's like definitely the moment that he like falls in love with her.
Right. And I don't understand why.
I don't understand.
I don't get why this is the moment. Oh, she's making ramen. She's dancing.
Yeah. Well, I just think that it's such a pure, innocent moment. And I think he just falls in love with like the purity of her.
Can I add something though?
Yeah.
Sure. But like he's doing it in kind of like a stalkerish way because
100%.
Because he's like just watching her from different parts. So like if he's not watching her through the cameras, then he's like climbing up to that roof and watching her through the window.
Right. Yes.
And it's like, Yeah, I don't know if I like the way this relationship is supposed to be starting.
I don't like that he is so much smarter than her. If that makes any sense. Like, I feel like her mental age is like still around 8 years old when she got like taken up and sent to Spain.
Yeah, there's a big difference between the two characters. I was trying to put my finger on it, but yeah, that's actually part of it, is that she's not developed.
She's not developed. Like, mentally. She's not there. Like, she's still like going to a theme park waiting for her dad to like come and show up and reconcile with her. And I'm like, baby girl, like, no. Like, she's very naive. And not like naive like, oh, she's just a naive character and she's had all this life experience. I wonder why she doesn't know better now. It's like, no, she's really stunted.
Yeah, stunted.
Yeah.
What is it? Arrested development.
Yes.
So
it was hard to watch her with him and then also watch her with Yoojin, because Yoojin is like a fully grown-ass woman being super condescending and menacing to this like poor girl who has nothing, has no power, doesn't understand what's going on, believes all the lies. And it's crazy. I don't know what to do to make that better other than she just gains a little bit more experience and a little more backbone.
Yes, she needs a backbone. You know what it is that I think that no matter what, maybe I shouldn't say that. I think that in this scenario of the show, I don't think that you would ever have an opportunity to have someone who is at the same level as Jiha. Mm-hmm. Because of the fact that he needs to be protecting her. So whenever...
He is definitely playing up the protective part. Obviously, he's the bodyguard. But also, you know, she's so docile and like a, you know, deer in headlights, just constant. Literally, like, she almost gets run over at the beginning and she looks like a deer in headlights. They catch a photo of her and that's how she gets on the internet and gets famous. Literally a deer in headlights. So it just was a little bit off kilter for me. Like, he gives her mouth to mouth because she eats strawberries and she's deathly allergic to strawberries.
Yeah.
And later on she's like, yeah, I've had my first kiss. And the female security guard is like, mouth to mouth is not a first kiss.
Oh man.
So it's just sad. It's just so sad. In episode 8, she's like having a pity party in the back seat and he literally tells her, stop being a crybaby. The romance is alive and well. He told her to stop crying, get over it.
Fantastic.
I did like the moment that she's on the roof and he thinks that something's up, like that he thinks she's gonna fall off the roof.
Right.
And so he runs over to try and save her and he eats it.
He eats it and then just starts trying to crawl back like if you didn't see me. You didn't see that. Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty funny actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, I busted out laughing because it just looked so unintentional for him to fall on the roof. Yeah. I did think they have some cute moments. Like episode 9, like them running around at the beach, like chasing each other and him putting his hands on her cheeks because she's like really red in the face after drinking 2 cups of wine. Like that stuff was pretty good.
Solid stuff.
Flirting on the walkie-talkie, that's better than their kiss. You remember them flirting on the walkie-talkie?
Yes.
Bro. I was like, that is so spicy. Like I was like, this is so cute. Because they're just, my notes literally just say flirting on the walkie-talkie. It is so adorable to see them. And to see them like trying to think of what to say and like, oh, should I talk on the walkie-talkie? It was just that sort of tension when they're not even in the same room together. I was like, give me more of that. Like that was great. And then he has a nightmare that same night. And because he thinks that he's having a flashback of his old girlfriend / fiance getting murdered, except it's Yoona. Oh my God, it's Anna or whatever. So he's like startled awake and Yuna's there beside him and like they hug, and I was just like, yes, like more. Like this is like classic K-drama tension between the male and female leads. So after that, they like freak out about the hug. They're pacing in their respective rooms, like listening to each other to see like what the other's doing. And it was just great. Like, he's like, oh my God, do I say anything? Do I apologize? Do I take this further? Like, he was like, really, the intensity was great.
The intensity.
That intensity was not followed through on the next episode, episode 10, when they finally kiss. Do you remember that kiss? It was awful.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Bro.
Then again, my barometer for a good kiss,
So
I don't think any of the K-dramas have really met it.
Okay. So this one is not a great first kiss between two characters. There's like an attempt on her life. She's scared to get out of the car and back into the safe house. So he takes a blanket and drapes it over them like a damn invisibility cloak. And they painfully shuffle together under the blanket into the house, which I thought was super hammy. I was like, this is what they're doing? And obviously, like, you see them under the blanket, and it's just like no tension, no electricity between them, but they're like kind of like, oh, like it's super awkward under the blanket.
Again, they don't have the necessary chemistry to make this a relationship you want to root for.
So that was awkward. He keeps asking her if she's scared. She's like, yeah. And then I don't think it was because of the sexual tension between them, but like then they kiss, and I was like, no, there was more chemistry between you guys when you were flirting on a walkie-talkie in separate rooms. So that was just very disappointing. I'm not sure you feel the same way. You're just like, whatever.
For me, again, like most of the physical interactions in K-dramas really do nothing for me.
Okay. What about the major lesbian energy coming from Yoojin's assistant?
Assistant?
Yes.
Yes. I mean,
my God.
it's clearly there.
It's
so
clearly
obvious.
So obvious that she's in love with Yoojin, and Yoojin's like shutting her down.
Clearly.
Oh my God.
It's totally
in
there.
episode 11, when she goes, the assistant says, I can do everything that Jae-ha can do for you. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. That is so sexual. Like,
Well, I don't know about everything.
I know. I was like, oh my God, you got a D in there? So it was just, I wanted to see a little bit more of that, to be quite honest, because I found it so like, oh my God, like attention grabbing. Yeah. Then later on, I have to come back to this. This is like one of the most like spiciest moments of the whole thing. Is Jae-ha and Anna are on the roof, and it's hella cold outside. So he gets a blanket and drapes it over himself as a joke, and she's like, what the fuck? So he gets up, and I thought he was just gonna put it over her, but he puts it over both of them.
Right.
And he sits behind her, so she's in between his legs. And I was like, what? And then he says, is it warm? He asked her, is it warm? And I was like, I beg your pardon?
So this, honestly, that scene kind of just like passed by me just because it doesn't clock for me like something like that. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I noticed it. Jeez.
I'm just saying, like, that part, like, that's going to be one thing that I will try to keep more of an eye on when it comes to, like,
definitely
romantic.
pay attention
but, like, for the
that.
most part, when romantic stuff like that happens, it doesn't clock because here, like, in most media,
How
like,
could
that.
you not think, whoa, when a dude is sitting behind a girl and he asks her, is it warm?
I think it's.
I don't know. The double meaning was too much. It was too much for me.
Sure,
You
probably,
didn't even see
it was.
You were just like, whatever. Let's get to the next action sequence.
No, not even the next action sequence, just the next sequence that is interesting.
I can't wait until we watch something that you're actually invested in the romance.
Yeah, because I still haven't
wasn't
found
even
one.
invested in the romance in this, and I like caught all these things.
Yeah, no. That the romances in most of these, and actually all of them, I haven't really been like, oh, this is great. And you know that I love like good like romantic stories. You know that I do. So
I know.
So the fact that none of them are grasping for me is just, I don't know what to say.
I'm shocked.
I don't know what to say, man.
So let's talk about the end game real fast. So from episode 14 on is basically end game for the show.
Yeah.
And for the plot to wrap up. So I was confused because Jae-ha gets shot.
Yes, he does.
And they're in the middle of doing CPR. And they're shocking him with the AED. And in his head, we go into his head and see what he's thinking or envisioning. And he's in this utopian, idyllic visit with him and Anna at Subway. And I did not like or appreciate that he's about to die. And in his head, he's laughing and chumming it up like with Anna at a frickin' Subway.
Yes, Subway, eat fresh.
What?
the official restaurant of K-dramas.
I was like, I don't think you're seeing this right, but he's on on his deathbed, and he's at Subway in his head. I was so just very annoyed with that. So annoyed. I don't think you don't seem that annoyed to me.
Okay, so here in the United States, you see a lot of product placement and stuff. Not as overtly as Subway. Like,
yes.
That is incredible. I started laughing so hard basically in the last episode. Like, you'll see Subway, like, it is incredibly like everywhere at one moment, and I just started laughing because it's so over the top how much that product placement is. It's
I
so
keep
great.
sending you TikToks about K-dramas, and
It's great because it's so ridiculous. It's so
true.
ridiculous.
It's bad. So, getting back to the show, Anna tries to see Jae-ha, and she's blocked by obviously Yoojin. And I thought this moment where Yoojin is like taunting her and saying, "Oh, you should call me mom," knowing that it's so impossible for her to stoop so low and call her mom. She killed her mom, her real biological mom. But she does it. Anna does it. And it's so, I gasped. Did you gasp?
Yes, I was a little surprised.
When she called her mom and then she dropped to her knees to beg her to let her see Jae-ha, I was like, oh my God. It was powerful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very tough stuff.
I hated, on the converse side, the shadow group of men sitting in a dark ass war room.
Oh, what the hell was that?
What the hell was that? In the last few episodes, they
I kind of didn't really get that.
They called it the consortium.
I was having a hard time. Like, why are these people here?
Sitting in the dark. Like, I can maybe
in
understand
silhouette,
that
almost
in silhouette, and it's like all of these politicians and people who are somehow connected with Yoojin, and they committed this like crime ring.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, like some type of like just not organization, but definitely a group of like people who like conspired together.
Yes, and then they're all up for getting implicated and canceled when that USB goes public.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But again, here's the thing that I have found that I'm not a big fan of when it comes to these K-dramas is that they introduce characters late, man. Like late in the show. Like, I honestly don't feel like they should be introducing characters in a one-season show that late, you know? That's my thing.
I didn't like it because it felt kind of like a cop-out. Like, people that you have seen throughout the show are in it, but then at the same time, who are all these other guys? Like, why the hell are they sitting in the dark? It made no sense to me.
It's supposed to create, I guess, like an ominous, like, oh, they're bad, a shadow figure.
It's literally the patriarchy sitting in a room.
Hey. Yeah, there was a conversation they had, I think it was in the last episode, where it's like, all these girls, when they grow up, they become witches or something like that.
Yes, I wrote down that line.
Oof. Yeah, I was like, oof, this is terrible.
I know, it's awful. I liked when Jae-ha like comes to and they're like, yo, where's the USB? And he goes, I didn't steal that to give it to you. It's like, oh, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, I like that he actually challenges her in that moment. She's like, everybody leave, and they talk together one-on-one. And he challenges her and says, like, you weren't my friend. We weren't friends. You just wanted to own me and make me into one of your slaves. And she literally has nothing to say. Like, everything that she was doing with him was all about possession.
Yeah.
So, and infatuation. There was nothing about it that was love or what have you. So, I really like that. I appreciate that. Did you like the whole bomb situation at the end?
I mean, it was just added drama to, really, like, the stakes are high.
It felt a little like 24.
A little bit.
The countdown is on.
Yeah, like, because what was it? They ended episode 15 with like 38 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, like, it counted down as the episode went down, pretty much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't like how Anna's running around in the building and both sides are trying to find her. And Jae-ha shows up. He's like, where's Anna? And they're like, we're trying to find her. We're trying to locate her. No one thought to look on the security monitors. Like, literally, he just goes to the security room, finds her in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, because I guess they're trying to make it seem like he's like this super, like, outside the box thinker type of person. Like, let me check the security cams. Because we've seen him checking out security cams all throughout the show. So, of course, he would be the one to, like, oh, let me check the security cams.
I did like the callback to the training signs that he'd given her before, where it's like, ice, sit, when he finally showed up and saved her.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was.
The final interaction between Dad and Yoojin, where he shows up at Cloud 9, won't give up the chip. And again, like, Yoojin's like coming at him like, yeah, I've never killed like Hedin. I never killed your mistress. And she says she's sorry for making him live a lie, like along with her, essentially. And he laughs in her face and is like, did you just say you were sorry? And I was like, I feel that in my bones. I felt that reaction.
You felt the reaction?
Yeah, I was like, I would have laughed in her face too.
I would have laughed in her face too.
Yeah. And then at the end, they die together.
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting that.
I kind of was.
Oh, you were.
I knew that they were not. As soon as he said in the final sequence, he was like, she was like, "You're gonna lose everything if you reveal what's in the chip, what's in the USB. You're gonna lose out on the presidential race." And he's like, "I just don't care anymore." I was like, "Oh, they're dying together.
They're dying together.
They are going down together." And that's
I guess
exactly
I should have seen it that way. I guess I did. I wasn't seeing it that way. Is probably what it was.
Yeah, and then they seemed better lovers in death than in life. Poetic. Romeo and Juliet. Just joking. I'm just joking.
Oh my
Rico
God.
just sat back. He's just like, bro.
You can't be doing that.
I will continue to do that. You cannot stop me. Okay. So did you like the Godfather ending though? With all of these like wrap ups and deaths all in like a nice montage. Yeah,
I don't mind it.
Montage.
I don't mind it.
I liked only a couple of them. Right.
Only a couple. You know, if they're all going to be like visually or like make sense of the plot, then yeah, it works.
They could have beefed up the OST so that it like had a chance at being like The Godfather in that regard.
Yeah.
And then they have the like, do you renounce the devil and all his? And then like, yeah. I wish that they had like a really impactful, overarching either voiceover or OST that really drove it home with that montage in the end. But they didn't. So we have to basically take each death like separately.
Right.
I liked the beginning of the opposing politician's death. Where he's like laughing on the phone and he's like, oh yeah, like Anna won't do anything with the evidence she has. Like, I'm expecting her to call us to make a deal. And meanwhile, you think his driver gets in the car.
Right.
But then the camera changes focus as it pans over to the right and it's Jaya sitting in the front seat.
Sitting in the front seat.
And I was like, oh yes, he finally came to collect.
Finally.
He didn't really collect though. Didn't really collect.
It was fine.
That's why I said like that scene was great. But then
at the beginning
of
right.
his like demise or whatever. And then it turns out he drops him off in the middle of nowhere just so that he can commit suicide.
Yeah. With a noose?
With a noose in the woods? With his whole security team like kind of like waiting for him to do it?
Pretty much. I personally prefer the one, oh man, I can't remember his name, but the assistant is the one in the backseat of the car.
Eugen's assistant, the lesbian, she was waiting for the uncle in his car. And they open the door and she's like there screwing on the silencer on the gun. I was like, oh my God.
That was fantastic.
Slay.
Visually, like
So
the
good.
way the camera kind of panned over because the door is open and then like you're waiting like, who is it?
Because
and then
you see him like kind of look in to see. Cause
you see him look in and then like his like bodyguards are like about to force him in. And then the camera pans in, and then you see it's her.
She's
like
there.
Oh man,
because
that
he
was
shot
great.
her in the freaking leg.
That was great.
Yeah,
I really like that.
So it was such a great moment for the assistant to get some revenge, and then what was there? One other person? I think that was it.
Yeah, I think that was it. It was only two. Am I blanking?
I think it was only two.
Yeah, it was only two because
Eugen and the dad died together.
Yeah, they died together. So then those two, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So final scene at Subway.
Yes.
I was like, this is a torture for me. Just simply a torture whenever there's a scene at Subway, whenever characters like, oh yeah, like let's have food and then like go to Subway. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like the final, and then to have the final scene at Subway, it was a Subway date and I'm so upset. But the final kisses between them were great. I was like, oh my God, is that
you
chemistry?
thought it was great?
Yeah.
The final kiss, like when
they make it to Spain.
Oh, when they make it to Spain. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was confusing that with just a little bit earlier when after like she presses the button on the computer.
Oh no,
okay,
no.
So,
That was
okay.
that was okay. That was pretty
That
good.
was an okay.
Yeah.
But
the
yeah,
Spain kiss
the
was
one
better.
in Spain, yeah, the Spain
Yeah.
kiss was really good. Yes.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
agree.
damn, like kid it. But we don't find out Jayha's real name.
No, we don't. It's like my real name is and then music.
I was like, oh my God. My dad actually walked in at that point and he was like, wow, so you watched this whole show and they didn't even tell you his name? And I was like, I know, right?
Got him.
Damn.
No, but I kind of figured they weren't going to do it. And the reason why is because I don't, maybe I'm misremembering, but I don't think there was ever a time during the show where they were like hinting at providing his real name.
They didn't.
Exactly.
And so it was kind of weird for them to be like, what's your real identity? Like, show me who you really are. He's like, my name is.
That would have been
Credits.
kind of like wild, like all this time. And then finally they're going to actually talk about the fact that he's, obviously his real
I
name
wish
is
that
not
they had
K2.
that it was like a running gag or something. Or a
Yeah,
mystery.
or a mystery. Yeah, a mystery. Like, who is this guy really? But they never even touched that. So
Yeah. I think that's it. That's all I have. Do you have any closing thoughts for the show?
I talked about a lot of the stuff that I just either really liked or I didn't like. I kind of hope that I'm just waiting for a love story that that really like captures.
Now
just
I'm
waiting.
really, because I'm purposely trying to find shows for us to watch that I haven't watched before.
Right,
And so
I
far,
gotcha.
I've watched 4 of the shows that we're covering in season
Okay,
1.
because you haven't watched this one. K2.
No, this is, I
Gotcha.
haven't watched
This was your
one
first
before.
time.
This is my first watch of the K2. And so I want to keep it kind of fresh
Fair enough.
because I know, like, from the ones that I've watched, which are the better romances. But, like, so far, like, you haven't connected with Boys Over Flowers.
Nope.
Which is like crazy. Didn't connect with W, Two Worlds.
The love story there, no.
Yeah. And then didn't connect here with Yoona and Chang-wook.
No. And then even Descendants of the Sun.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Still nothing there?
No,
my
it was
God.
fine. It was fine.
You're so... Oh my God. I don't know what to say. Like, even Descendants of the Sun is pretty famous.
I know it's famous because
for that romance especially.
you've told me, but if that's like famous for a romance, then I maybe I should lower my expectations then.
Oh my God,
Maybe
don't
that's what
lower
it
your
is.
expectations. Jeez. Guys,
Nope.
if you're listening to us and you're like, wow, why haven't they covered this or that? Like, send us all of your recommendations so that Rico can get high on K-dramas. Like, he obviously hasn't seen anything that has impressed him as far as K-drama romances yet. Maybe I'm just
No.
not doing my job over here, but like, damn.
I'm sorry, but it's just the romances that I've seen so far in the 5 shows we've watched. None of them
We have only
like,
watched
really.
5 shows.
That's true. I've only
And
watched 5.
The thing is, like, I know my K-drama palette. Mm-hmm. And I know, like, oh, yeah, this is probably going to be, like, right on my alley. Or, oh, yeah, that romance looks pretty good. Even if I haven't watched it yet. But, damn, like, you've gotten, like, some of the better shows. Like, Boys Over Flowers and Descendants of the Sun, W, like,
Oh,
these
but
are-
you know my problem with Boys Over Flowers, though. I couldn't
yeah.
even finish it.
I know. You guys, go back and listen to our Boys Over Flowers episode if you haven't already, because Rico has thoughts on that romance in that show. Wow. So I need to step it up. Definitely send your recs, guys. If you love that we're talking even about this and you're like, I'm committed to helping Rico find his K-drama jam, like, then send recs. Clamor for a season 2 because there's in the next few episodes I have to like deliver.
Yes,
I know.
you do. Because
I know.
if not, I'll just bring down the expectations, and then
no,
I'll know
stop.
what to settle for.
Shit. Okay. Fine. All right.
So,
Let me relax.
but besides that, again, I think that for the most part, in watching these shows, I'm still not used to the over an hour runtime of episodes. I
it
still
depends.
have
It might be a couple minutes over, it might be a couple minutes under.
Right, no.
Some shows are like an hour 15.
right, but for the most part, they're in that vicinity, and there are times where I'm watching an episode where, and I've mentioned this before, where I'll watch and then I'll be like, oh, the end of the episode's coming. And then I look at my watch or I look at the time left and it's like, oh, wait, there's still 25 minutes left in this episode.
Oh, what?
You know, and I'm like, wait, why is there
Yeah.
so much time
You're
left? And it's
definitely
because-
adjusting still.
Yeah, I'm still
to the
adjusting the runtimes. Just I'm still having a hard time trying to navigate those.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot to ask you, did you want to rank the 5 shows that you've seen so far? Because you love rankings.
I do love ranking. I love a good ranking. You're
If
right
you've
about
ever listened
that.
to our Always the Critic podcast, he's always making me rank things every few months. And
Yeah,
I
that is
don't
true.
like ranking things. But you love like top 5, top 10. Like
Yeah, I
those
love them
lists.
because I think that with rankings, you kind of see where a person lands in terms of their preferences.
Yeah.
Especially like if you give them a very specific topic, you kind of get like bits of their personality, and it's like, oh, I really like this, and that's why it's up here. And you know, so putting a challenge on someone like, hey, rank these, you know, X number of things. You know, it kind of gives a sense of who that person is.
Your eyes are glistening. You are so ready to rank that. Do you want to do it off the top of your head? Do you have an idea?
Okay, so off the top of my head, so let's name the shows first.
Okay.
So we've done Boys Over Flowers. Mm-hmm. We've done Descendants of the Sun. We have done Signal. We have done W. And now K2. The K2.
Yes.
So I'll start from 5 and I'll work my way up to 1. Because that's the way a ranking should be. So at number 5, it's the very first show. We started with Boys Over Flowers.
Damn.
Again, I didn't finish it. I didn't buy the love story because I kind of found the character annoying. She was always yelling the entire time. So that was number 5.
Okay.
Number 4, I think might be. I'm trying to decide between one of these two here. I think it would be most likely W.
Ooh, okay. W.
And Descendants of the Sun, like right above it. Like,
okay,
you can kind of change places. But yeah, that's number 4. And number 3 is Descendants of the Sun.
Okay.
Number 2 would be the K2.
Okay.
And then number 1 is Signal by a strong, like a big gap.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm like really alternating between like action and romance and like the different genres.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to just be one thing. Like I know it's really popular to go with just the romance dramas or the rom-coms, but
I wouldn't mind going through a couple of those because if you look at the shows we've done, right?
It's been like a good like in between, like
been
fantasy romance with some action. We've got an action with a little bit of romance now with K2, so on and so forth with the shows. Pretty wild swing between them, but I'm feeling like you need to go more romance because you're so unimpressed.
Yeah,
if Descendants and W and Boys Over Flowers are on the bottom of your top 5.
Yeah, like
that's major.
Yeah, W. There were moments where I was just like,
and like I have my qualms with each one.
No, so do I.
But I wouldn't put the shows on the bottom of a top 5.
Yeah, I did because,
okay.
And it's not so much the romance in W. That was more of the plot mechanism that let me down, kind of, you know. But then, with all that said, the romances have not really stuck it for me in any of the shows.
I'm so shook.
But Signal, like, well above.
But Signal, though.
Well above.
Oh, my God.
Well above the other 4.
Okay, I hear you. Okay. All right. I know what to do.
If anybody agrees with me, if you've seen these shows, right? If you've watched these shows and you agree with me that Signal is the best one of the 5 that we've done so far, let us know at ATC Daebak Pod. ATC Daebak Pod. Instagram and Twitter. Let us know, please.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I would love to hear it.
All right. Top 5. We will continue with the top 5 to see if things change week after week.
Yes.
The rest of season 1.
See if anything drops out of the top 5, anything makes its way in the top 5. We'll
Rico's top 5 is important. It's so important to me.
I'm excited.
I know. Well, that's been our show. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Rico, and this has been Daebak K-Rambles Podcast.